stuff like that, or pretty much just black clothes?
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am joined today by natural pro bodybuilder Zena Al-Kalabi. So we're in the car right now. It's just taken me 30 minutes to eat some chicken and rice while driving. And we are on our way to Trap House. We've got about 25 minutes left until we get there. But I'll show you a little bit of my morning, maybe overlaid here or something like that. But yeah, we're driving right now. Like I said, I just ate some chicken and rice. I did forget my squares bar though, so that's not ideal. So yeah, anyway, we've got about 25 minutes left until we get there. So we'll drive safely and I will catch up with you when we're in the gym. What we want to be seeing, because this is now going to allow us to really build some good momentum moving forward and really get us into a good groove. We are here at the Trap House in Bristol direction for Pull, which is being filmed for MBW, but I am going to get some sneak peeks of my training, maybe some of Zena's if she lets me. So yeah, we're going to do Zena's session today because she's struggling with an injury and coming back from that. So I'm not going to just mess everything up and try and do my own session. I'd rather just follow her session. And yeah, we're at a gym where I haven't actually been here before. I think it's ties / connections to the grow room, so a lot of the kit is similar, and the grow room was a sick gym if you ever went there. And if you followed me for a while, you would have seen me training at the grow room quite a bit anyway. So yeah, like I said, we are outside of the gym now. I'm gonna get my pre in, which is, once again, do not fucking miss, from Elite Sups, Cav 10. And yeah, we'll get in, we'll see what Zena's session has to say, and we'll make sure we do some good sets. So straight from the car into the gym, walking on the treadmill as always. Obviously this gym is a little bit of a further drive for me, so it took us about 55 minutes to get here. 30 of that was spent eating chicken and rice, which just took me forever. But yeah, we are in the gym now, which is good. It looks pretty cool from what I've seen. So yeah, I am probably not going to talk too much, just film a few sets, things like that. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll do 3-5 minute walk on here, as always. Keep everything the same, even if we come to a different gym. So welcome to the voiceover. First exercise up was the single arm pull down. So this is obviously Zena's session that I was following today. And for her, I think she would usually do this on a cable, but at this gym, they have this available, and the cables are a little bit more of a ball ache to set up. So we opted for this one here, which it's not a bad machine at all. Like, I definitely hate on it a little bit too much, but it's one of those that I think I just used it so much when I was younger. I don't love it. Like, my lats feel decent when I got off it, but I do think that maybe also being spoiled at Planet Fitness, there's just better options. I really do believe that. So, if you have this available to you, use it, utilize a spot if you do, and obviously place it first in your session. But if there is another option, then it may be better. And that's just my opinion. It felt good, but it's not my favorite for the lat, to be fair. So then onto a seated low row. I believe this was actually meant to be the third movement, but it was being used, so we kind of flipped them around. Obviously, this is Zena's session, and the first time she's run it, and also at a different gym. So we weren't super strict with everything. It was kind of like, right, what do we want to do? What's going to be decent? And to be honest with you, like, I've never actually used this Nautilus row for this. Like, I would always use it as a single arm variation usually, but it actually felt very, very good like this. I did undershoot it a little bit, which, as you'll see as we go through, that was the theme of the session, to be fair. But like I said, it felt pretty good. And obviously when you do undershoot, you can then either just go in with the same load, or what I did was actually go up for the second set, which inevitably ended up being a little bit overshot. But still, they were good sets. And, my lats at this point were already pretty fried, which was good. So it was, we were doing what we needed to do, which is the main thing. So like I said, the second movement should have been the T-bar row, but we obviously did the movement you just watched. So that meant the third movement in was the T-bar row. I've recently just put this in, to be fair. So it's, again, a different variation in terms of the brand. This is the Precor one, which is very, very nice. If anybody's used it, then yeah, it is really, really nice.
although I didn't necessarily set it up the best. The block that I was on was just a little bit high, but looking back, it was actually all right. It just didn't feel as good as I would have liked. But second set, I took the block away and it felt better. So, if something doesn't feel great, you can try something different and, you'll find your way with it. So yeah, it felt good in the end. And like I said, my back was pumped, which is good. So on to the next pull down, which was the flex leverage wide grip upper back pull down, upper lat, whatever you want to call it. This was again undershot. So obviously I have a variation of this with the skull core, but it's a lot heavier with the skull core, to be fair. This one was not as heavy at all, and as a result of that, I did end up undershooting a little bit. But we actually had a discussion about this, and I think if you undershoot, it doesn't mean that the set's a waste. Just make it harder. Like you can see, I'm still failing here. I'm still making the reps hard. I'm just kind of really thinking about like execution and really squeezing the muscle. And it sounds a bit bro. I'm kind of trying to make the muscle fail, even though I'm using weight that maybe it wouldn't fail as quickly as it did. Like you can make things feel harder if you want them to. And in my opinion, it's definitely something that, although I encourage people to progress and get stronger, if you can make a movement feel harder with less weight, then do so, which is what I'm doing here. No, on a serious note, I actually messed up the first set on this. So obviously deadlifting right at the end of the session, which one, I'm not used to. It was actually pretty cold in the gym at this point as well, and the hoodie was off, and I'm weird about putting it back on. So I pulled 5 plates for like 2 reps. Third rep, it just didn't feel great. So I left it and then dropped down and did 4 plates here. But even just the difference with like the bar being later in the session, these plates even, it just felt so different, and it didn't feel amazing. So I didn't want to be too silly and do anything that's going to hurt me. That was the end of the session. Obviously, this was Zena's session. This is also her first pull session in quite some time, obviously dealing with some injuries with that hip. So it was just kind of a bit of an intro. It was a decent session, not the best, not the worst. And then we finished up with arms, and that was it. So yeah, I'll get back to the rest of the video. From the gym now, and had an order from Elite turn up. So just a little top up of a few of the bits that I used / needed. So first one, I spoke about this way too many times. Carb X. So this is a carb powder that I use. And yeah, pineapple. So I thought, I love pineapple flavors. Pineapple is probably like one of the only fruits I eat. So give it a try as an carb powder for my intra. And I coupled that with pineapple lemon EAA. So at the minute, I'm not 100% sure what the deal is / when you'll be seeing this video, but they've got a deal with 2 EAAs for a little bit of a discount, basically, on top of, I believe, my discount code if you use that as well. So strawberry watermelon, this flavor is very, very good. All of the pharma grade EAAs are genuinely really, really good. And yeah, are they something that you for sure need? Maybe not. But as I've said before, this one is a must in my opinion. So yeah, carb powder, and then couple it with an EAA for great taste and protein, of course. And then Max. So again, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love strong products, and Max is one of my go-to pump products. Like I can't remember the time. Well, I can remember the time I used a different one. I did today actually, but that was because I didn't have any of this. I normally have a big stock, and I've run out. So grape candy, arguably one of the best flavors. But yeah, this, and I also am enjoying the Perform pump as well. That is good. So yeah, that is the supplement stack. I've also got one I made earlier type of thing with the Perform cookie dough. This is probably one of the top flavors for me. If I had to think about my top 3 flavors, I think it would be cookie dough, sticky toffee, and then maybe something boring like vanilla. Or if I was going fancy, maybe ice cream, something like that. So maybe let me know your flavors in the comments, and we can discuss. We can either agree or we can argue. So yeah, I am gonna go back into the office now, continue with a little bit more work, and I'll probably wrap up the video when I'm up there,
doing what I'm doing. So yeah, this is the Elite unboxing. Also, I'm sure many of you all want to know / see how he's doing, because I know when I showed him last time, people absolutely loved him just like we do. But Zena actually made me take Mr. Hops to get his balls chopped off. So he's just recovering right now in his little, where is he? There he is. Say hi, Hops.
He's eating and he's pooping.
So he's doing all right. He's doing all right, but yeah, we had to get his balls chopped off because unfortunately we do have to say goodbye to him, because we have some big plans. We're gonna go and do all these amazing things. That'll get you thinking. Do you think our big plans are? Yeah, so he's going. He can stay forever. Mainly because we need to get all our trophies back down here. Because we're just such good bodybuilders. We've got so many trophies. And his cage is taking up all the space right now. So, yeah, anyway, back up to the office and crack on with some more work that has been shifted to later on in the day because traffic and getting him took half of the day away. And that is a wrap. So the day is done. Well, the video is done. The day is not done. I'm in the office just replying back to some messages from earlier on. We got stuck in traffic, so the day was prolonged a little bit, but it's all good. Yeah, this is basically how my days look. You've seen it quite a few times now, and hopefully you're not getting bored of them, because unfortunately my days aren't super exciting. It's a lot of eating food, working and training, which for me is exciting and exactly what I want to be doing and what I love to do. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying seeing what I am doing, seeing what I get up to, and having a little bit of a deeper dive into the way that I think / train, what my days look like, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to continue to keep bringing more of this kind of stuff, of course. But if there is anything that anybody else would like to see, then please do let me know. Please leave a God, I can't speak. Please leave a comment and let me know if there is anything you'd like me to see in future videos or like to see in future videos. And if I can make it happen, I'll make it happen. I was saying to Zena, with maybe some trips coming up, I'll increase the frequency of these videos because there'll be a little bit more going on. I'll be able to show some cool things, and I think that'll be obviously fun to document and share. But yeah, we'll see if that happens, when that happens, and if it does, like I said, I'll definitely be bringing you guys along for the ride. So like I said, I appreciate anybody that is watching the videos, anybody that's made it this far. I am going to crack on with a little bit more work before wrapping it up for the day. So I'm going to leave it here, and I will catch you in the next one.